In the beginning, people just slept, and so did Optimus Prime. Then some started to notice that their dreams seemed to be more real than their real waking life. This made the beginning of lucid dreaming.
Opera, popo, 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 popo. Kadu shark do 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 do. This tutorial is going to outline the importance of the key aspects of the practice of lucid dreaming, astral projection, out-of-body experience, the phase, or how I like to call it, the shift. We will go through the fundamental aspects of lucid dreaming that will allow you to accomplish much more tangible progress to your personal mastery of the art of dreaming. The aspects that will be presented to you are coming from 20 years of personal practice, and also from the feedback of many other experienced lucid dreamers that I have talked to or met on my journey. While it is okay to skip a few points in this presentation, some bullet points such as dream journals are to be taken seriously. It will be very detrimental to the practice to skip such a point. My advice is to implement each aspect into your practice of lucid dreaming, to enjoy the full potential that already resides in you. 1. Sleeping cycles and sleeping patterns. 2. Memory and dream recall, technical dream journal and how to at night. 3. Intention and focus, overall practice and difficult separations. 4. Position in bed. 5. Techniques, nature and distractions, binaural beats. 6. Limiting beliefs, the obscuring effect plus excuses. 7. Vibrational state and sleep paralysis, face your fears and little monsters. 8. Motivation, goals to achieve. 9. DILD's importance, overall practice. 10. Deepening, maintenance versus loss of lucidity, premature awakenings. 11. Extreme catch-ups. 12. Recycling tag. Equals 2, 3, 4, 5 times the overall induction success. 13. Internal dialogue, thinking in images tag. 14. Hybrid states. 15. Coming out from the theater state, as an example of a hybrid state.
Hi to everyone. So you start watching it, have a look at the link I have given to you. So there are 15 points we are going to go through. And I'm going to tell you the points that we're going to go through so that you know what is on the plate, what we're going to be cooking today. Point number 1 is going to be sleeping cycles and sleeping patterns and how it is related to the practice of lucid dreaming, astral projection, out-of-body experience, etc. Then we will talk about memory and dream recall in particular, how to work on memory, etc. Point number 3, we will talk about intention and focus. And there will be 2 aspects to look at in this. Then we will talk about position in bed. So what, many people wonder what is it and how does it work, and I will tell you my take on that. Point number 5, we will talk about the nature of techniques, because I find a lot of confusion there right now in the community, so we need to really clarify that. And then number 6, we will talk about the limiting beliefs and how does it impact your practice, how it can literally you up, beep. And 7, we will talk about vibrational state, so many people look for it and we shouldn't. Number 8, we will talk about motivation and my point of view on that and how can it impact your overall progress, your personal evolution. Some caffeine. Number 9, DIODs, so dream-induced lucid dreams, and so this is the last results thanks to our well-cherished individual in the dreaming community, Michael Raduga, the experiments he has done. So this is going to be really interesting for you to know. Number 10, if we have time, I will see how fast we can go. I will give you a few tricks on how to maintain and deepen the experience of lucid dreaming so you don't wake up too early and you don't lose your lucidity. Number 11, so we will talk about the extreme catch-ups. So if nothing works, If you didn't manage to deepen your experience, your anchoring is not working, then the next one is gonna be extreme catch-up. So this is nice thing to know, to have in your arsenal to maintain your experience as long as you can. And then 12, so, quite similar to number 11, but it's upon returning to the body, how to increase your overall experiences by 2, 3, 4, 5 times instead of just one. Wake up and write down your amazing experience. You will have 2 amazing experiences, or 3 or 4 or 5 or more, who knows. And number 14 and 15, they will come together. These points will be coming together. This is something that I call the hybrid state. The Russian community were laughing because in Russian it sounds a bit funny. Gibrid, hybrid, you know. So it's something to do with the state of awareness, consciousness, and how does it impact what we do. So here we go. Okay, so sleeping cycles. So what is the importance of yeah, guys, if you see something that comes up in your mind and you need to ask me something, please don't be shy and ask me over. I will regularly go through the comments to see what's going on for you. How I try to make it as interactive as I can. It's not always easy because you are many and I'm one, and I need to keep the track of all the points, but I will do my best to read you guys, of course. Yeah, Sophie, yeah, thanks for my accent. Yeah, it's a Russian, I can do a French one, sometimes even some Indian accent. All right, so sleeping cycles. So that is your habitual behavior and habits of your sleeping habits, you know. One difficulty that I have if you come to learn with me, and I mean guys who come to learn with me, and then I tell them, I ask them how long do you sleep, and then the guy tells me, oh, I'm sleeping 4 or 5 hours, and I know already, okay, here we go, here we have already one difficulty there, because I will not show you the curves and graphs today. You can find it on your own. Go find it on internet, and the sleeping cycles, you know, they go for 3 hours, and the first cycles that we do are deep. So you deep dive there. So guys who sleep 4 hours and a half, 5 hours, they will do 3 cycles basically, and those cycles are gonna be deep. So it doesn't mean that in the deep cycles, in the beginning of the night, you do not have dreams. It doesn't mean that you don't have REM, REM, rapid eye movement times. It doesn't mean that you cannot practice, but REM periods will be short, and we also dream during non-REM. So many guys think, oh, it's only during REM time we hear REM, but no, even if it's not REM, there are still dreams, but they are different, little bit deeper, more not easy to catch, not easy to remember. So as you know, if you are familiar, like for example when we practice way back to bed technique, we are more of evacuating the deep time of sleep at the beginning of the night, sleep for 4 hours, 5 hours to evacuate those 3 deep cycles, and then practice on the second part of the night, or practice in general towards the morning, because your awareness, your lucidity is rising towards the morning. So that's much better. So if you do not sleep enough, you will be facing deep stages of your sleep, and the practice is not easy. So my advice is increase the overall time of sleep. It's as simple as that. You already heard about it, that blue light, screens, all that, watching movies in the evening. Okay, you usually, because we're active, we will have the alarm clock in the morning. You go to work 6:30, 7 o'clock, the alarm goes on and goes off, and you have to wake up, stand up, and go. So and even there is no alarm sometime on the weekend, because you already take this momentum of waking up every day at the same time. So Saturday, Sunday, you also wake up the same time. So it's not always easy to go beyond the awakening time, but what you can do is start sleeping earlier. So every day, increase by 5-10 minutes, and within 1 week you will increase your overall time of sleep. And why I'm sure about 1 week, because you can see it, your experience, if you travel from one place on the globe to another, it takes you about 1 week to realign yourself with the place where you are, with the cycles of the sun, day and night. People go for breakfast, you want to sleep. You want to have a breakfast, they go to sleep. But within a week, you start to align. So you're not in this extreme situation there where you have to align the whole cycle to reverse. You only have to increase by 1 hour or 2. So you can do it. Everyone can do it. But you need not to be shy about it. Sometime you will think, my kids are not sleeping, my wife is not sleeping. It's night, 9 o'clock, sun go down. Okay, don't be shy. Try to figure it out for yourself and start sleeping longer time. And beyond the practice of lucid dreaming, out of body experience, astral projection, you will increase your health. So health benefits are tremendous. The guy who sleeps 4 hours per night and the guy who sleeps solid 7-8 hours, it's day and night. You rejuvenate, etc. Blah blah blah. You know that. So sleep longer time. All right. Then next on the table, do we have any question? 1 second. How can I do this without moving? So I don't have to move anything. If you have any question, let me know, but I think this is not a complicated one, right? Sleep, just sleep. Go to sleep, sleep. Just sleep. Where is it? Okay, wait, you know what? No, because what happened today is Facebook is refusing me on the Opera. They want me to be in Chrome, so I'm juggling between Chrome and Opera as a headache. So sorry guys, but I do my best. Point number 2. Memory and dream recall. Questions? After Sophia said awesome accent, so you guys are listening. Good, okay, we continue like this. Memory and dream recall. Okay, you can work in general on your memory. There are many ways, you can subscribe to some websites and work on the memory and on your daily life, increase your memory capacity, your capacity to memorize, Those who smoke, definitely it's cutting off your short memory, so it's not a good practice for you for what we are trying to do this. So you will need to quit on the grass in general. Yes, it is. It has acetylcholine esterase inhibitor, which will increase your acetylcholine quantity in the brain for a while. You will get aware. Yeah, some guys are reporting, yeah, I have success by smoking. Yeah, okay. And then they will remember for 1 day, for 2 days, for 3 days, and then they don't remember anymore. So that practice is not sustainable. So you will need to quit. And anyway, smoking is bad for health. So if you eat it, okay, it has a lot of benefits. But it's not the discussion of today. In terms of dreaming practices, if your short memory is off, you can't remember. So what's the point? So even if you have something happening, you can't remember it. So forget it. So as simple as that. So now the dream memory. So work on your daily life memory. You must be capable to memorize. Don't jeopardize that. And then you have the dream memory. Okay, the dream memory, how it works. One thing that you have to know is that dream memory is separated in the brain from your daily life experiences memory. So this is a scientific research that has been done, of course not by me. I don't have the electrodes to, and I don't put electrodes in anybody's brain to see any things. But it was a scientific research done. What is the result of it? It is separated. Usually we do not confuse dreaming experiences with waking life experiences. Once you wake up, you know your elephant or crocodile was in a dream state. We confuse very, very rarely. So it's two separate regions, they work separately, etc. Now, how to increase your dream memory? Okay, so you already heard about it, dream journal. Watch the technical part of the dream journal. I have done it on YouTube channel, Lucidity for All, have a look there. Michael Raduga has done a very nice descriptive of the technical way of maintaining the dream journal. Have a look at his videos, his materials, and find out about the dream journal as well there. It's translated in many languages, so you can find your own language there as well. For us, in terms of dream memory, so I'll tell you something that is not very well pronounced, not pronounced loud enough and often enough. We thought before wrongly that our brain is being formed at a certain age and it's done, closed, solidified, and after this we just connect in certain different ways and that's it. So that was wrong. So now we know that neuroplasticity is the real thing, and that we actually create new connections. So what is the connection with the dream memory I'm trying to communicate to you guys? Is that when you take notes of your dreams during the night, you create how you call it in English? It's I want to give you a metaphor, like a small way, you know, in the forest. How you call this? You know, small path. Well, so you create a small path. Because you remember that dream, you have a small path to the dream. The more details you manage to recover from the dream, from that particular dream, the bigger your path. So details go from, you know, from the texture of the t-shirt that you have seen on somebody, the taste of the fruits you have eaten, the touch you had on a person, on an object, you know, or you are swimming. No, you have to write down all of those details. How to recover as many details as possible. What you do is, in the middle of the night, so what I do is I take, last time, now I have a phone that it's a notes, so it lights up with a black screen. It doesn't disturb my sleep, but last time when I didn't have that phone where I can write down nicely like this, white on black, if I light up, I have too much light to my eyes, I can't fall asleep anymore, so I did that technique. Some guys record, that can work as well. But if you're with a partner, maybe you don't want to talk and wake up your partner. So that was my case. So what I did is I took a few pieces of paper and I took many colorful pencils. I tell you why. First dream to record, first pencil. Second one, different color. Each time change the colors. Why? You think you are writing straight. When you check in the morning, it's like this. And because it's like this, it helps to have different colors. You know, one sentence is here, one sentence is there, one is like that, you know. Plus your writing is completely different in the morning. So you gotta be you gotta be a little bit organized to decipher what you are writing, and especially your dreaming writing in the middle of the night is really something. Okay, what you do is you take just 3 to 5 words. So don't write the whole dream, because again you're gonna spend half an hour there and and you will wake yourself up and cannot continue with the rest of the night. So you wake yourself up from the dream, write down 3-5 key words that describe your dream, you know, I don't know, fly, alien, ocean, boat, you know, and you wake up in the morning. That will be like the name of the book. You know the name of the book, and because you know the name of the book, you know the story, right? So that is what is happening. You need the name of the book. You need, like, if from the computer science perspective, you need the pointer to the memory. So you need that path, initial path, to recover the full story. Like it happens to you, you know, you something happened during the day and you say, ah, I had that dream. So you need that moment, you need to create that, ah, I had this thanks to these 3 to 5 words that will allow you to recover the full story. Okay, so that is and listen to that one carefully. What's the point for you to practice lucid dreaming, astral projection, out-of-body experience if you cannot remember what you are doing? What's the point? So work on your memory. It's one of the first things to work on before you start to practice anything. If you can't remember, what's the point? So, but the good news, you recover it very fast. Within 1 week you can recover. Those guys who tell me I don't dream, usually they don't sleep enough in general. So unless you have some physical issues or something like that, in general everybody sleeps well. Okay, I mean everybody dreams well, and we just don't remember. So I just explained to you how to. No questions so far. Carrie Lynn, we just connected to each other. She will be, by the way, Carrie Lynn Beater will be interviewing Robert Peterson. I call him the world library in our field. He's the librarian, you know. He's reading all the books in relation to lucid dreaming, out of body, and astral projection, and he just issued a new book where he compiled all the best of what he thinks is. So Kerry will be interviewing him tomorrow. It's 24. If not mistaken, it's at 7 or 8 Eastern Time, EST. So I'll be around. I'll be around there. And then we have a few guys joining. I wish I can do this only when I meditate. Pam, just a small parenthesis. I will try to answer your guys' questions. Pam, what we do here, it's not a meditation. Okay, it's your body is asleep. Usually when we do meditation, your body is not asleep. We always try to, I mean, the general concept of meditation is, that's why the guys are sitting, the purpose is to do not fall asleep. Even though they do, you know, and they access the dream state while meditating, but that's not the purpose of meditation. Maybe we will talk about meditation a little bit later on, when I will talk about focus, etc. So it's not meditation. Pam, you need to review your relationship to the practice there. Okay, intention, point number 3, intention, focus in overall practice. Okay, why intention and focus? And okay, before we dive into this, somebody is asking a question. Does meditation contribute to dream memory? Perhaps intention improve dream memory? Intention to practice something, yes. To practice something that helps you with memory, yes. But intention itself, why not? Why not? We can act on our physicality with intention, but there are like, you know, real practices that you can do to improve your memory recall, like the one I just mentioned, for example, for the dream recall. And for memory, like I also mentioned before, that there are many websites, you can work on your memory, you know, there are things like that. Pure intention, you need to know how to direct your intention to tell your body, please improve my memory. But yeah, why not? Why not? Pam, I know, I wish I could learn this. Pam, you are doing it right now, so you are welcome. Next. If I talk too fast, you guys tell me. Okay, so intention and focus. So I'm trying to focus right now. I'm trying to do everything within 1 hour and a half. So that's my focus right now, while being friendly with you guys and, you know, so make you feel like I'm with you and not just blah blah blahing with myself on my own, which I can do. Okay, intention and focus. Number one, my advice is, when you learn something, do not dilute yourself by going to 5-10 sources at the same time. If you have decided to learn from the Mr. Guru Yuri, I'm joking, yeah, I'm not a guru, very far from it. You will need to focus only on that for a while. It's like, you know, let's say you are a lucid dreamer, and then I mean, you're focusing on lucid dreaming techniques and completely materialistic aspect of it, and then all of a sudden you start to learn astral projection and chi and kundalini and all that, and you know, if you take lucid dreamers, they just 1 second. If you take lucid dreamers, then they don't look at these things, and they have success with what they do. So why do you need to divert yourself to spinning your chakra, while all you have to do is to listen to the technique very carefully, and you will be successful, you know? Or you want to learn more of the energies and work yourself that way. That is your path, that is your choice. Or astral projection, and learn maybe from a guy like Robert Bruce, who knows, or whoever. Then focus just on that. Do not divert. That is my advice on that, because if the more you divert, the more you dilute, and your practice is gonna be diluted, you know, and your mind will be, should I do this, should I do that, you know. So my advice is focus, you know, focus on one, give it 2-3 months. I gave it sometime a year or two to some guys, without mentioning their names. So this is how focused I was on one guy, and I don't quit, and I want to understand, and I read his books 3 times, or I watch his videos 20 times, not 1 time, 20 times. If you watch some of my videos, they are so packed with information, you can't absorb the information in one go. You will have to come back and watch it 5-10 times before you can absorb. It's not only retaining information, but also, you know, to get it under your skin. You have a certain situation, you react accordingly. So how you do that? You need to train. So you need focus and training there. Okay, another that is really interesting part there. The difficult separation. So separation, you know. So it's because it's not a separation. So first understanding is that there is no such thing as separation. What is happening? We are shifting from one place to another. Okay, not place. If we say if you are astral projector, let's call it astral body. If you are out of body practitioner, you can call it subtle body, soul, mental, whatever you want to call it. But you know by experience you have another body, and then everyone has the experience. We have physical body. And for lucid dreamers, we call it dream body. And when you have shifted from your, if let's say I use the words of lucid dreaming field, so if our awareness has shifted from conscious to the subconscious, and within the world of subconscious we have a body there, you just use it. You just stand up from the bed with your body that is built up there. For the astral projection, once you have shifted your awareness and your consciousness to the astral body, you are no more commanding your physical body, you are commanding your astral body. So you stand up with your astral body. For those who are beginners and have no idea how is it, in most cases it's exactly the same like your physical body. Yes, it can be translucent, it can be blue, you can have 6 fingers, 1 finger, 2 finger, infinite number of fingers, and more, you know, and much more. But in general, what is happening is, because we are usually practicing in bed, your mental state is preparing yourself to have, you know, like knowing your physical body, so you will be granted with something that is exactly like your physical body. That's why beginners are getting very confused with the separation. But it's not a separation. You shift, and all you have to know is when you have to stand up. So that's why I don't call it separation, I just simply call it standing up. Okay? Then there is this famous difficult separation. So how does it look like? You feel groggy, heavy. Sometimes you have one hand that is out of body, and then one hand is still in the body, so the general advice is fight with anything can go there. You can just fight it off, grab the curtain, pull yourself up. If your hand is liberated, push on the bed to liberate yourself from the bed, etc. Or pull on the sheets of the bed, and whatever, you know, anything. That is the general advice, and it works. It works, and you will understand why with another extra explanation that I'm gonna give you, because it's coloring your intent. Your intent by pulling on the curtain is expressed by this pulling. So your intention is having an expression, and your intent is pulling you out. What is going on there is that your normal functioning of movement in your daily life transfer from the brain to the muscles. That's how you move, you see. But in the dream state, it doesn't work like this. Remember this moment? You try to run in the dream state, you can't run, and you have those dreams. Even if you're not a lucid dreamer, but you can remember those times where you try to run and you cannot run. Everyone has this kind of dream, or dreamers try to astral projectors, etc. Try to fly and you cannot fly. You see this kind of thing. So it doesn't answer your wish. So and they come up with all the kind of explanations, but I will tell you mine there. It's nothing to do with the space where you are, or you know, astral level number 1, or mind level number 3, or real time zone number 4. I'm making jokes. I'm not judging anything. Maybe I'm completely ignorant. It doesn't matter. I tell you, you try. Okay. So for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the place where you are. Anyway, there are no labels to tell you. Nobody is coming to say, okay, Yuri, you have arrived at the level number 35.5. You know, and you know, it's all personal stuff. It doesn't matter. And you're entirely free to do what you like. What is going on there is something to do with intent. So I give you one little exercise. So you need to be already capable to access the dream state, etc., to be capable to do that. So what you do is you will exercise flying, but this time you will not use your hands or legs to direct you in any ways. You will use only your mind to make yourself fly. So maybe at the beginning you jumped off and you started to use your hands, then stop in the mid-air and stop movement, all movements of your hands, legs, or head, you know, to do like a worm in the air, and stop all of that, become immobile, and direct yourself only with your intent. And then you will understand the power of your intent, how it works. So when you walk, you think you are walking, but you are not walking. You are intending to walk. Your habitual way of launching your walking is only an expression of your intent. So if your intent has been pulled out correctly, you will be walking. But if it's not done correctly, you won't be walking. If you try to teleport and you go to the corner of the house, or you try to open the door and to relocate yourself somewhere, and you open and the location is not there, it's because your intent wasn't pure enough to direct you where you want to go. Same goes here. So you really need to, like Pam was talking about or who was talking about the concentration, the focus, the intent. So work very simple exercise, right? So do it that way and you will improve. Oh, Darla, this is one of my students from the previous workshop. By the way, I have a little advertisement. It's important for you to know because I'm doing the workshop next week, Saturday, Sunday. And why is it important is because, not because I'm so good, but because I will not be available after this probably for the workshops, unless I change mind or something comes up, for probably 2-3 months. I was doing them regularly, once every month. I missed out a few, but so I will be doing this one, and then probably 2-3 months I will not be doing workshops because I want to focus on video materials. I discovered a passion that to do video editing, and if you are on the YouTube channel, you maybe have seen what I do there. So you can learn from there too. You know, it's nice materials there. I really give my heart into it too. So for the next 2-3 months, probably no seminars, no workshops of 2 days for, you know, for 10-12 hours overall. It's about 5-6 hours per day. So I won't be doing it for the next 3 months. So you will have to wait until year end or the beginning of next year. I will still do the job in Russian. So if you speak Russian, I will do the seminars with Michael Raduga. Probably I will not refuse his propositions because I really cherish what he does, so I will support it there. But in English it will be, maybe I will do some lives like I do today, but the proper workshops for 2 days, if you really want to learn with me, that's the one. It's gonna be next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. So in Malaysian time it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and depending where you are and around the world. Okay, so this is done. Next, let's move to the next point. Any questions so far? Team, got it, perfect, thank you. You're welcome. Team, you're more than welcome. Frederick, in my last lucid dream, I was floating, flying, but I could not land. Well, that's not an issue, not to land. We are landing every day, so if you're not landing one time, it's okay. In the dream state to keep flying. But landing, if your eyes is also a very good expression of your intent. So usually when you are flying in the dream state, wherever you are looking at, this is where you fly to. So it's another expression of your intent. And so usually the guys are flying and they have this problem, is they get scared of heights, they look down and then they start falling. So because they keep looking down, oh, I'm scared looking down. So if you're scared of heights, you have to try your best not to look down, keep looking forward, you know, at the horizon. Okay, there is a problem with horizon too, because you cannot look always at the same point, otherwise you will collapse the dream state. But that's another subject for another day. Let's move forward. Position in bed. So, some guys will probably disagree with me, you know. I have tried, I'm not alone, you know, to sleep to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and looks like south, east, west and north don't give a shit about how I sleep at all. And I do have success with out-of-body experience, astral projection in any position. So my word to you is, it's not important. I try to follow the moon as well, and whatever, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter if I fly in a plane, it doesn't matter if I am, you know, there is a sun and moon anywhere on Earth at any point of time. So there is moon here, there is no moon there. There is sun here, there is no sun there. No, they don't care if you are sleeping, dreaming, astral projection. In my opinion, you do as you like. But for the position in bed, there is one thing that I would like to precise, to dwell a little bit on. Whatever your approach, whatever the approach you choose, whatever the techniques you're gonna employ, look at it. Let's say you are practicing the wired or direct wake-induced lucid dream, or you practice upon awakening. You see, if let's say you do the wired for half an hour. If your position was not comfortable, what is going to happen within half an hour? But you will need to move around. If you are on the left-hand side or right-hand side, you know, maybe the blood is not, if your mattress is too hard or you put the pillow wrongly, you know, so you need to put yourself as comfortable as possible, because you need to think about, let's say you practice upon awakening this time. So if your next awakening is 1 hour from your actual falling asleep, so 1 hour in one position, and you need to practice upon awakening without moving your body and without opening your eyes, preferably. Even if you have moved and open your eyes, you close your eyes and you keep practicing, yes, but best is to do not do that. My cats are coming to interrupt me. So you need to be comfortable. Otherwise you will, you know, wake up and your hand is numb, so you need to move around, you know, stretch your hand again, because you are in trouble there. So you don't want to, you need to prepare yourself to have your body in comfortable position upon awakening, or if it's a direct method, to take you for the 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. Some guys go for 1 hour, you know, extremist. I did extremist things too, you know, for 1 hour. But you need to be comfortable. Another small trick: if you are practicing in a reclined position, like I'm right now, let's say, there is one thing that is going on. The jaw muscles, it's one of the muscles that is never, unless you walk with mouth open like that, which is not polite, and you're gonna have some insects biting you. Okay, but jokes apart, the problem with this is when you fall asleep, what is going on in this position? Your muscle will let go and your mouth is going to open. That is going to be disturbing. You need to get yourself prepared for that, because your mouth will be dry. It's not nice, you know, and you get aware of it, and you need to close the mouth, whatever, you know, reposition, and it will break. If you're doing the direct way, it will break a little bit of your trancey thingy there. So what you do is just put a small pillow under your chin. So when your muscles release, your chin will go down, but the lips are sticky a little bit, it will not open. So you will just go, you know, from this to something like that, and that's it. So very simple. So it doesn't matter you lay down on the left hand side, the right hand side, on your back, on your stomach, or whatever, doesn't matter. North, south, doesn't matter. Need to be comfortable enough, and if you are practicing in a semi-reclined, put a pillow. Okay? Bed position. Nothing mystical there. Any question? Let me see the questions first, and the next one will be limiting belief and the obscure effects and excuses. Okay, Carrie. Yes, I'm scared of heights, so if I think about it when I AP, astral project, I fall back in my body. Well, you have to work on it, Carrie. You need to work on the beauty of our practice. You can really work on your fears, because you are in an absolutely safe situation. so you can have the possibility, the chance to fall from heights. You know, if you can go completely extremist and fly to a few kilometers up and then make yourself go down as fast as possible, and then you fall and there is no pain. You will stand up again and shoot yourself to the sky again and then shoot yourself down again. Why not? Repeat it a few times, you know. Instead of jumping from somewhere, fly up, fall, fly up, fall. Do it until you get bored, Carrie. Okay, next. Hello, Rick. Can you project in any time you want, or is it hard? Ermal Timo. It's not at any time. Mine I'm more inclined to the night. I do nap during the day, not every day, but now I have the chance to. I have resigned from a daily job, so I became independent and proud of it, to be a free man now. So I can nap if I want. I don't nap every day, but I can. But usually my naps are not long enough unless I practice for an hour there. So I nap, you know, short time. So I don't usually practice during the day. So I practice more during the night. And then so then you're asking, can you do it anytime you want? Yes, because once you establish good understanding of the techniques, and once you develop your own, everyone after a while you will listen to any technique from anybody, and then the future of it is you will establish your own kind of understanding. You can always talk to someone if they understood it that way, you know, but you will notice that you understand, and sometimes you come up with your own technique. So once you reach that technical, I don't want to say proficiency, technical, I don't know, technical level, yeah, just call it technical level. Once you reach that, I do not see why you wouldn't be capable to do it at will. But it takes a bit of practice, and it takes a little bit of momentum as well. Let's say you don't practice for a month, your natural ones will decrease. Also, that is, we will talk about it in a very short while. So, and then the practice, depends what's the level of the practice you have reached. You can forget, you know, so you need to maintain. Even certain level you have attained, you have to maintain that level. To reach a certain level, there probably you can be sure of what you do, and you stop forgetting. You establish a good relationship to how it works. You see, now we usually have an idea of how it works, but you need to know how it works. Once you know, and it's very clear for you, I do not see why it wouldn't work. Then the limitations become more of a bodily limitations rather than mental limitations. You see the difference? Bodily limitation, I give you one example. Your body wants to go to the deep sleep. You can't do anything with it. You want to do, you can try, but there is a big chance that the body will want to go deep, and you will lose your awareness, your lucidity. Or the other way around, your body wants to wake up. Let's say there is an earthquake. So your body, your physical body detects that, you know, something is going on. So the body will wake you up. Or there is a loud sound, you know, loud sound usually will wake you up, you know, this kind of thing. You see what I mean? So the limitation can be bodily, but you need to figure out for your mind how it works. Okay, guys, any other question? Okay. So admire your work. Do not comment live. Keep it up, my friend. Do not comment live. No, it's okay, Pat. But thanks. Caroline, hi Yuri, I have a question. Have you ever felt like your astral body was stuck and unable to re-enter the body? Caroline, I don't look at it that way at all in terms of being stuck, because the longer I can remain outside, the better. I'm more worried about, can I remember everything? So when it's a very long experience that seems to be like half an hour or 1 hour, you know, God knows what's the length, you know, then I'm worried about, can I remember everything? So I'm continuing doing things, and I'm trying, as I'm doing things, I'm trying to remember how did it start, what did I do after, as I'm going with the experience, because I start to be worried to forget, you know. So my worry is more of memorizing everything that I have done, rather than not coming back to the physical body. We always come back to the physical body. The one who didn't come back, he is not here to tell you the story. But the fact is, everyone comes back to the body. So there is no fear whatsoever about it. And when you die, you die. It's okay to die. Kelly, hello Yuri, I have been stuck for years, not being able to fly correctly. I flap my hands but just keep falling down. I guess my intent is not good enough, but it's been so many years. How can my intent improve to the next step? Kelly, it's watch again so I said practice with flying. So if you start practicing with flying and your flying has a difficulty, then how do you practice your intent, right? Okay. Okay, do small steps then. Okay, jump into the air. First of all, you are not going to fall immediately, because to fall you must have the intent to fall. So if you have that intent, so the intent can be described as a fear to fall. So you're scared to fall, then you are falling, because you already blah 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 that thing in your head. I'm scared to fall, and you jump and you fall, you know. So practice maybe that, just that. So we will talk in a short while on the focus of the mind. The problem is, like I was describing just now, you approach the door, you want to teleport, you want to find another location behind the door, you start to doubt it, you start to have another thought about something else, or you get influenced by where you are, and you get fixed by where you are, so you cannot envision to be on planet Mars behind the door, because your door is in your apartment or your house, you see? So you need to purify your intent. So to purify your intent, okay, let's talk about it now then. So instead of postponing, it's important. So what you do is, there is one concept is stopping the internal dialogue. How does it work? It's like a commentary that keeps going on and keeps going on and keeps going on in your mind. You could be listening to me right now, and you have a commentary going on inside your head, and that is the precise issue there. That commentary right now is not gonna make you, is not gonna manifest something different than what you have in front of you, but in the dream state it will. So whatever the thoughts that are going on through your head, you have to be really careful about them, you see. So the practice that you do is, you need to be capable to stop any kind of thoughts within your mind, within your brain. And so what you do is you do baby steps. So you stop them for a second. So you can do it with eyes looking at a certain point, or not at nothing at all, or with eyes closed. It doesn't matter. We choose your way of doing it, and then observe. You see, I'm talking to you, but I can listen to my voice. I can be looking at the screen and be conscious, being aware of how I look, you know, or You know, I can be aware without being the victim of having an action and not being aware of my own action, you see? So the same thing goes with your thoughts. You can have thoughts and you can know that you have thoughts. That is awareness, that is lucidity. You being aware of what you are doing rather than doing it and being the prisoner of what you do. You see, that is the awareness, that is the lucidity that we want to practice. And this is how in daily life you can practice this. Some guys call it, what's the word? Beautiful word, kind of fashion right now to say that. Maybe somebody can comment. Kind of meditation, you know, the state where you are kind of careful, you know. Mindfulness. There, Kelly, on the spot. Same time, I said it and you write it down. Mindfulness, yeah. So that's the fashion. It's right now is the fashion to say mindful meditation. Just become aware whatever you're doing. You can become, you know, that guy that is quite cool. I really like him. I think he was a German guy. The Power of Now. That was a cool guy, man. Yeah, he was depressed and all that, and then he came out. Maybe somebody hear me. He can remember exactly. So he is describing mindfulness very well. He's good. That guy is good. Eckhart Tolle, beautiful guy. So he's describing it. So you need that. You need that because your intention and the thoughts is a description of your intent. It's like coloring. It's a way to express your intent, and that's the driving wheel. That is what is gonna take your experience left or right, etc. So you need to be very careful. Okay, Tracy, the Power of Now, I think so, yeah, his whole concept is present now, and I think he has the Power of Now book. He has many lectures on YouTube. That guy is good. You just look at him, the way he behaves, you will get the point. Let's move forward. Limiting beliefs and the obscure effect and plus excuses. Point number 6. We did 1 hour. My goodness. Looks like in English I blah 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 a lot. When I do this in Russian I'm much more concise. I managed to do it, I think, faster a little bit. But it's okay. If we didn't accomplish 15 points today, I will just do another live. We keep 7 points today, 8 points for the next time. Most important, you guys enjoy, right? And me as well. Kelly, thanks, Yuri. You are welcome, Kelly. I have to look into that. Thank you, Tracy. You are welcome. All right, so limiting beliefs. Okay. Belief is a belief. Knowledge, experience, it's very much opposed to the belief. Beliefs are not bad things, but you need to be careful with them because they can influence you. So you just need to look at them very carefully. What do you know by experience, by practice, and what do you know just because you heard something on TV or somebody said, or you listened to Mr. Yuri who told you things, you know. What matters is your practical outcome of things and your knowledge that comes with the wisdom of practice of experience, you know that blah 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 story. So I'm just repeating it there. So I propose to do not get limitations. You know, somebody tells you things like, oh, don't do astral projection, you will get possessed. So I have over 2,000 lucid dreams, astral projections, etc. Do I look possessed to you? And I'm not unique. I think there are hundreds of guys like me who have 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 experiences, and they are all well behaved guys. Mentally they are doing well, much better than guys in my view, is my personal perspective there. They do much better than those guys who keep scaring to get a possession or something like that. Okay, so I agree that there are I see it a little bit like a virus thoughts. So there is even those concept of thought how you call it, whatever, you know. But if it's you who controls that, you know. Even those guys who do black magic and all of that, they will tell you, well, the guy has to know that we did black magic to him for the black magic to work. So who is in control then? The black magician or the guy who received the black magic? You have to know that for the black magic to work, you have to know about it. So who is in control? What about if you don't give a shit? How about that? You see? Okay, somebody will argue on that, that's okay. That's my opinion, I have the right for it. You have your opinion, you have the right for it, and you have your experience all your life. I only propose, I'm not obliging anybody. Next point, close-minded people, how long can you maintain the state? Hours, 2 hours? Thought forms, yes, read, thought forms, exactly. So thought form. So you are thinking and you create those forms and you maintain them, you know, one or another, or with other guys, you know, the little demons, I don't know, blah blah blah. Okay, how long can you maintain? The limit is physical. We just spoke about it. The limit is not if you are beyond the mental limitations, the limitation will be physical. When your body will have to wake up. Let's say your body wants to go to pee. Your body slept 10 hours, and now it's time to wake up by habit. You know, you have internal clock wants to wake up, and you will wake up. You can do whatever you like. How good you are as a dreamer, a lucid dreamer, astral projector, it doesn't matter. The moment your body wants to wake up, you will wake up. So the limit is that. In general, your one sleeping cycle is 1 hour and a half. Okay? Sleeping cycle. After one sleeping cycle, everyone wakes up. 1 hour and a half. You might think it has lasted a day or a year, but in physical terms, on the clock, right here, it's 1 hour and a half maximum, and you don't dream for 1 hour and a half, from what we know. You dream half an hour, 45 minutes, so that's the maximum there. It might look like an hour, 2, 3, or some have reporting experiences that lasted for a day, for a year, with some supporting information to say why it was for a year or for a day. But physically, 1 hour and a half, unless you are a special guy and you have some medically you are different, your body is different, and you have something going on with your body, and you sleep for 3-4 hours non-stop without waking up. I think there are some guys like this, but they are like, it's like medical issues. Some guys like fall asleep in the middle of the day driving. They don't drive cars because they just bang and they go to sleep. So there are some guys, but the regular guys like us, you know, like normal guys, no medical issue, 1 hour and a half sleeping cycle, and within 1 hour and a half you have a certain part of 1 hour and a half that is dreaming. So that is your limit there. Next, guys, I will read the comments later. I need to move forward, but I will read you. Vibrational state, sleep paralysis, face your fears and little monsters. Point number 7. All right, there is one little problem that I have very often with the community, is that there is, and it's a question that comes back very often on the table, is the question of vibrational state. Number one, you do not need to have vibrational state in order to have astral projection, out of body experience. You might be aware of it sometimes, and very often you will not be aware of it at all. Description of what vibrational state is. It can be a sensation of electrical sensation within the body, going from the feet to the head, from the head to the body, a kind of vibration like an earthquake from outside the body, but also within the body. Those who didn't experience, it's difficult to explain how does it feel to have a shaking thing from inside, but nothing is shaking. It can be like a rising thing inside the body. What does it mean? You have to experience it. In terms of sounds, it can be sound that is perceived from outside, but a rising sound, or from inside your head. What does it mean? Without, listening with your ears, but the sound is coming from inside, you have to experience it. But the common sound that we hear is a high-pitched sound, is rising, and it's finishing by pop. So me personally, when I hear that pop, that's it. I stand up from the bed. It's done. I have been transferred. So I think what is going on there, it's a transition. Vibrational state is a transition, but the transition can happen in 1-2 seconds only. So you do not have time to notice anything, or you don't notice at all. Maybe there was a sign of a transition in terms of sounds or electrical within the body or something like that. But if you don't feel it and you have transitioned, you need to have the technical level to recognize that you have transitioned and stand up from the bed, and notice how I do not say separate. Stand up, because you stand up with your dream body, astral body, as normal, nothing spectacular there. If you are interested to attend my workshop, put a small plus or put yes. Just make a comment, plus yes. I will contact you later on, and who knows, if you are nice with me, I give you some discounts. I just did some promotions. I will do it again, so bear with me. It's gonna be the last workshop until next year probably. So that's why, and I didn't promote anything at all until today, and it's in about 6 days from now. So that's the last, and I don't know how many promotions I'm gonna do. I'm so bad with marketing. I need somebody to help me out there. Okay, next. Let me see the question right now. How your rooms looks like when you project? Is it same, change every time you project? Ermal, I need to stay on the subject, please. Can you please go on the link? I can comment all of the questions later on, but let's focus on the video on the 15 points. So if you're listening to me, let's focus on that, and let's not deviate. It's not that I don't want to answer you, but we need to focus a bit. Karin, Yuri, I remember my dreams very rarely. I do struggle with dreaming and remembering my dreams. I may not remember the totality of all the dreams. Why do some struggle and others do not struggle? Caroline, you will need to watch this webinar of today. It's the first point of this webinar today. So you look at it, I have explained how to work on the memory. It's already done. Okay, next. Okay, motivation, goals to achieve, and how does it impact our overall practice? You see, if you practice it for example, for somebody who practiced it for a long time, if you are already 200, 300 experiences there, you are done with going through walls, you are done with flying, you are done with sex probably, you are done with flying in space, and all of these things. So once at first experience, let's say you're a beginner, you just started, just looking at your hands is already a big smash on your face. It's already amazing, just realizing you have a different body than your physical body, it's already amazing. But as experience grows, your even amazing things become dull. And so whoever you are, if you're a beginner, you need to know what you want to do. You want to direct yourself, not just, you know, not just be the victim of flying, or, even though it's amazing, you know, or other things I mentioned just now. Everything is good to do, but at the same time, or if you are advanced practitioner, then maybe things become too dull, to become a little bit dull, or you don't know what to do anymore because you have done it, you think you have done it all. I have a page, I have a special page on the website. If you go to Lucidity for All, you go to library, it's called Amazing Things to Do. There's probably 100 things there that I have took time to list down. If you are out of ideas, go there and have a look. So you need to have a plan of action. What you do is you put 2 or 3 tasks for your next one. What it's gonna do is not only it will create a motivation for you for the overall practice, you know, why you do these things. You know, you want to improve your health, you want to increase your skills in martial arts or in artistic gymnastics, you know, something like that. So it's a known fact, you practice something in the dream state, your muscle memory is getting it. So you will definitely benefit from practicing something in the dream state, etc., etc. So it adds up to the motivation, and not only you will practice things with a positive outcome for you, but you will also increase your overall occurrences of the successful dream-induced lucid dreams, so spontaneous ones, because that intent of doing is going to be translated in your occurrences in the spontaneous realization that you are dreaming, and you will understand it better with the point of the one I mentioned just now about which is next. So which is next? So the point number 9. And after this I will read the comments, guys, I will be with you. So the point number 9, DIODs, DIODs, dream-induced lucid dream importance in overall practice. Okay, so this is thanks to Michael Raduga. So he has performed one experiment that really made my jaw drop. Simple one, but the information that came out of it is very powerful. It goes like that. So what he did is he took quite important amount of people for that one and have written down the statistics of what is the approach, not the technique, the approach that has been used to induce the state of the phase. He calls it phase. So phase is to describe lucid dreaming, out-of-body experience, astral projection. I'm slowing down a bit because I realize I speak a little bit fast, as if I'm in a hurry, but we are not. Okay, life is long, eh? Take time to breathe and have some coffee. Okay, guys, 1 second. So he took quite a number of guys. I think it was 150, 160 guys, maybe even more. And the statistics went very, very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, it's more than 50%. It's about 60-70%, I think, of dream-induced lucid dreams. We are talking about guys who practice. Not a guy who just reads, watch videos and do not do any technique, no approach, you know, just listening or do reality checks during the day and expecting the reality checks to permeate the dream state. It's not this kind of guys. It's the guys who actually do direct wake-induced lucid dreams or practice upon awakening. Those guys who actually practice. And in the overall practice of all the achievements, 60-70% is spontaneous ones. What does it mean? That means that the practice that they do is impacting on how many spontaneous ones they have. Why is it interesting? Because if you don't practice, you are missing out 60-70% of the overall. Let's say you have 10 experiences. Out of 10 experiences, 6 or 7 experiences are spontaneous. So you could be thinking, oh, I am so good in induction techniques. In fact, you being a dreamer or astral projector and being a good practitioner is being translated in your dream state. So your consciousness, awareness, lucidity are rising with the practice. So I like to give that metaphor is like a car. You launch it, the engine revs up, your car starts to go faster, you stop accelerating or you put it in the neutral, but your car's still going. So exactly what is happening with a guy who is a practitioner, practice it, you know, seriously 3, 4, 5 times a week, and then he stops. But during the week time that follows, he's not practicing anything. He will still have the natural occurrences of dream-induced lucid dreams. And then what is happening is the week after, but they will curve down. So if you don't practice anything, you still have them during the first week, but they will slow down on the second week, and less and less and less if you don't practice. So you need to be aware of that as well. Huh? It's a good information. I never thought about it. So take your dream journal and do your statistics, and then you will realize, oh, so I had, I have managed to induce 3, and then another 7 is natural ones. Natural, thanks to your practice. So we know they are natural, but thanks to what you do, Caroline, thank you. Make a wonderful evening, but I hope you enjoy. I'm enjoying, but for me it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Luckily I prepare some coffee. Okay, so no questions, we continue. Next. Okay guys, I will, point number 10, deepening, maintenance and loss of lucidity in premature awakening. This is gonna take a little bit of time. I will need to do a separate video. We already have eaten quite a bit of time, so I will stay on the 11, the point from 11 to 15 now. I will do a separate one, and I probably follow up on the YouTube channel. I will do a proper one there on the deepening and maintenance, anchoring in the dream state, so you don't wake up too fast and you don't use lucidity. So you need to follow up on the YouTube channel and stay in the groups, Lucid Dreaming, Astral Projection group, or Lucidity for All, or the other groups. I will be doing lives there, and I will be posting videos there as well, so follow up. Okay, so extreme catch-ups, what does it mean? So you probably heard about, you put your hands, you rotate, or jumping head first, this kind of things. When no anchoring, through the sensorization, looking at your hands, the point we just skipped, that you try to maintain, to anchor with all the senses, and it doesn't work. So if nothing works, and you know that, okay, you have about 1 minute, 2 minutes, you're gonna wake up. But with experience, you know it already. Or we would say, and one thing that you know also, if you have enough experience, you actually don't wake up fully. You have this transition point where you just arrive to the body, but you're not awakened up. You're still kind of transitioning there. So that's important to know. So if you never experience it, pay attention. The dream state is collapsing. Pay attention how it's going to happen, how your awakening is happening. Pay close attention. You will see it's not immediate. You have 1-2 seconds, you're coming back to your physical body, and you're still kind of phased out there. So what you can do is, let's say it's the dream state or astral projection is collapsing so badly that the visuals are gone, so you cannot catch something. You cannot you cannot even jump head down because you cannot see the floor, or maybe you are suspending in the mid-air, so you cannot even jump anywhere. You are floating. There is no maybe up, down, anything. So if you have a curtain, catch the curtain, or catch an object, So if you wake up and you have that object in your hands, stand up with the sensation of that object still in your hands. So that's one of the extreme. And if you do not have an object anymore, you are in the darkness, nothing at all, grab your hands. So when you come back to the body, you will still have the sensation of the two hands and stand up with that sensation. You see what I mean? Okay. So that's the extreme. So nothing works, collapsing, last resort, catch something. All right, now point number 12, recycling technique. So what is, recycling, it doesn't matter, but what does it mean is that you come back to the body. And like I said, it's, you could be still a little bit phased out, and all you have to do is maybe reapply induction technique. But even better than this is consider that the next time you are losing it, you feel like you're gonna be launched back to the physical body, prepare yourself. Very often, that's what beginners don't know, more often than not, you are not waking yourself up in the physical body. You are still dreaming about yourself being awakened. So this is what we call false awakening. And you think you woke up, rehearsed what just happened, what an amazing lucid dream or astral projection you had, scratch your face, turn around, fall asleep, but there is a camera on you, you didn't scratch your face, you didn't turn around, you were still sleeping. So you wake up and say, yeah, I had an amazing thing, and then I woke up and scratched my face, and okay, look at the camera, you didn't move at all. So you dreamed about it. So what you're gonna do, if you are in the dream state and the dream state is collapsing, the next time that this is happening, what you're gonna do is you will prepare yourself for the eventual or almost sure false awakening, and you perform a reality check. And my personal record with this thing is 17, 18, 19 false awakening, one after another. So I'm collapsing the dream. I say I because, you know, who else? for some reason. I collapse the dream state, false awakening. My reality checks is almost, I mean, I do two only. I don't put my hands through the walls, I don't play with switches, I don't like that technique at all, because you don't always have switches. In bed you don't have a switch to play with in the first place. You could be in darkness, so you cannot see your hands going through the hand because you don't feel the finger going through the hand. But you can pinch your nose, and if you can breathe through the closed nostrils, you are in the dream state. And I like to fly, so after that I just try to jump and see how much it takes to land. If I'm flying, of course you are dreaming, or astral projecting. All right. Okay, so next, internal dialogue. So we already spoke about it a little bit, how it can up your experience, and so it's the driving wheel. Your intention is the driving wheel. So internal dialogue can destabilize your experience by directing you left or right because of you doing that blah blah blah. And like I say, even when you are listening to me, you know, if you are engaging into some kind of reactivity and thoughts inside you, is gonna take you away from the purely getting the information going to you. I give you one example. If I say apple, just one word, apple, you know, the apple to eat. If I say apple, each one of you has seen an apple in your mind. Red apple, green apple, big apple, small apple. If I say ice, maybe you have seen an ice cube, or you saw iceberg, or whatever. You see, our brain always works with association, you know, it's some kind of reactivity to the stimuli. And maybe you thought about apple juice you have been drinking on holidays, but that's not the subject. you see, and we can react into all of this plethora of things, you know, constantly directing ourselves left, right, left, right, left, right, and that's the issue. When you want to teleport, you need to have a very focused intent to go where you want to go. If you doubt it, that's internal dialogue, or you know, your intent is not pure, because you're doubting. What is that? It's creating another possibility of you asking something else. If you doubt of you being capable to fly, you are scared of falling. You're scared of falling is like asking to fall. You know, I'm scared I will not be manifesting the lightsaber in my hand while I'm trying. While you are asking of not manifesting it, then you see. So if the lightsaber, you will have the lightsaber. You see what I mean? No doubt, full intent, no other possibility, really straight, strong, no other thoughts. You see what I mean? I make it with a little bit of facial expressions for you. And you can indulge into learning about internal dialogue and how it works. Also, Carlos Castaneda talks about it quite beautifully. It's interesting. No question? No questions. Don't be shy, guys. Huh? We are reaching almost the end now. Point number 14 and point number 15, they will go together. So I would like to touch about the hybrid states. What do I call hybrid states? Okay, we want to work on awareness and lucidity. Notice I do not say consciousness, even though if you check in dictionary, consciousness would be synonymous with lucidity and awareness, you know, something like that, you know. But it's not. Today I think we check it in the dictionary, but today maybe it's a bit different, huh? Because now we have conversations about consciousness, what consciousness is, everyone know. But awareness and lucidity is you knowing things, so you are being conscious about something. You're not conscious about what your stomach is digesting right now. I mean, if you remember your breakfast, but how it is digested, you are not conscious. How many I don't know, what is the process in your brain, you are not conscious. How many cells divisions, you are not conscious, you know. You don't know what Barack Obama is doing now, you're not conscious of it. So this is all, but he's functioning, yeah. So this is something that is you are not aware of, and it's your so this is subconscious, on a subconscious level. So this is the simply put, you know, conscious, subconscious. So if we take the how your heartbeats are being controlled, that would be subconscious. So you can control your heartbeat definitely, but take example of your compression in your intestine to move the bowels. Are you in control of that? No. So that's subconscious. So it's our body is conscious of many things that we are not conscious about. You see, so something like that. So the hybrid state. So now we come back to the hybrid state. We want to have more awareness. We want to be more conscious, more aware, but I want to remove consciousness because consciousness is a bit large now as a subject. So just keep it simple. We want to be aware. We want to know that. We want to have lucidity about something. So, and that is bringing me to the last point, the 15th point. Okay, I'm talking with you, and I can notice the way I talk. You would be having an argument with somebody, you know, but instead of that, you could be more aware of what's going on, and instead of just saying things and become the victim of saying things or doing things, you take one step backwards and you start observing yourself from another paramount perspective on on the what is going on. So I like to give this metaphor. You play the theater. You play a piece of theatrical composition in the theater, and at the same time you pay the ticket to go to see the theater. So you execute your certain amount of actions. You are washing your dishes, but you don't just dive into the dishes and just wash the dishes without any awareness. Become aware of yourself washing the dishes. You watch a movie. Do not become the Titanic. I mean, it's nice, you know, to be absorbed by the movie, being in the movie, but in that process you also lose your awareness because you are, you know, you are floating into it. So take one step backwards and start to be more aware of things. And this is what I call the hybrid situation. So we already have hybrid situations because we don't just behave animalistically by action-reaction. We actually, you see, the reaction and action is two different words. So action is something that has more awareness. Reaction has less awareness. So you have like a stimuli, you have a situation, you react into it. That is not awareness. That is without awareness. It's what we want to do. To be aware, yeah, there was something hot and my hand just pulled out. I didn't have to think about it. It was a subconscious, unaware reaction into it. It was hot, it's burning in my hand, so I removed the hand. But now we are aware about it. We didn't just remove the hand and lick it like a dog and go on. We are aware of it, you know. So we gain that awareness, that lucidity, and that is the whole subject of what we are doing here. To become more and more aware, more and more lucid, and I think we are growing into it, and that's the whole thing, and that is the big subject of the field where we explore astral projection, out of body experiences, and lucid dreaming. So hence the exercise of the hybrid states. So what I want to say as well is that the more hybrid states you have, the more success you're going to have with the practice. Actually, the practice itself, I mean the practice of induction techniques, you are dealing with a hybrid state. When you are in, if you are doing wild, you go to the border of sleep and awaken in your subconscious, conscious, aware, unaware, and you bring yourself to, you know, your sometimes I'm practicing and I'm snoring and I'm aware that I'm snoring. You know, it's a hybrid situation. You are meditating and you stop your normal kind of thinking. It's a hybrid situation. You know, all of that is bringing hybrid situations, and that is, you know, it keeps improving your overall. Like the example I gave you just now with the car that is taking certain speed, and you keep that momentum. So that's the thing. You want to increase the speed of that car. You want to increase your lucidity level, awareness, etc. So I think we are done for the 15 points. Deepening techniques and anchoring techniques, I will do another one because I put it there. I think I wanted to talk about it briefly, which I did kind of with the sensory input. But you know those techniques, you know, indulge into sensorization, you know, touch things, taste things, etc. You watch some of my videos, I talk about it already, but probably I will do one separate one on that subject. So the other points we have treated, and I think it was 1 hour 41, so I'm just 10 minutes late, so it's not bad. I did it in 1 hour and a half as I wanted, so it's perfect. So guys, some guys that just joined. If you are watching this as a retransmission, the next workshop that I'm gonna conduct is gonna be at the end of this week, Saturday and Sunday. Is about 5-6 hours on each day, and I will teach you absolutely everything, from induction techniques to how to maintain anchoring, how to make your experiences as long as possible. Then we will talk about the future, how you're gonna increase your proficiency on your own. I will do as well, if you participate to these workshops, I do a free follow-up right now, and that follow-up is for life, right now. So that means after the workshop, I actually, you never stay alone. WhatsApp messages, emails, we keep communicating, and we have a separate group now for the guys who have attended the workshop. So you just join that group and you can communicate with all the guys who already attended my workshop. So you get motivation from there, you have the follow-up, you will never be alone. And then once you participated to one workshop, you can come back to another one for free. If you're in Malaysia, you come to my house. It's a little bit more expensive. I think it's double price if you come to drink my coffee in the house, disturbed by kids and my wife. But if you are from home, wherever you are, you connect to your computer, just like we did just now. We do it in batches of 1 hour and a half, have a coffee, and we come back another 1 hour and a half. So we do about 5 hours, 6 hours per day. It's quite intense, a lot of information, so you need to be ready, rested, piece of paper, pencil, you take notes, and then you will learn everything. So it's technically, normally you will have success on the day one. About 80% of guys have success on day one, depending on the groups, etc. Sometimes I get groups who are very successful if they sleep, especially guys who sleep a lot. Very successful groups, and guys who sleep very little, I have difficulty definitely, because they just go to deep sleep and they are tired. And sometimes I deal with the guys who are outstationed. So if you are in USA, okay, you will not have probably success on day one, because we have this time difference. So I will keep you awakened during the night. You will have to sleep during the day. So I will fuck up a bit your cycles there, but we will do a follow-up after that. If you follow up well with me, there is no reason for you to do not have success. So if you are interested or you watch the retransmission, post a message in whatever group you are. I will attend you, and if you are nice, we try to find some discount for you, 10-20% or more if you are in a financial difficulty. I'm not stubborn, and I can listen to you up if you have a difficulty or something. Okay guys, so let's call it a day or night. We did 1 hour and a half. Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks to be here. I wouldn't be doing it on my own. It cannot be done on my own. When there is a teacher, there is a listener. So without the listener, there is no teacher. Nobody give a shit after that. only me to myself. And same for you. The only thing that matters in your practice is what you do. So definitely you are the most important in what you do. So focus on that, progress, do not find any excuses not to do it, and be lucid, aware, okay? Lucidity for all. Yuri signing out, and see you guys soon on the YouTube channel, in my group, or Astral Projection group, Lucid Dreaming group, Reddit, whatever, Twitch, Twitter, wherever. Okay guys, you have a good day or good night, and see you guys soon again. Bye bye. Enjoy your freedom, amazing freedom in the dreams. And if you like what I do, please like my videos so that I know you enjoy the content I produce. Subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications so that you know when some new content and new video is being posted. And I promise to produce at least one per week. So on a weekly basis, you're gonna have some nice tricks from me to help you out on your journey. And this is entirely free, so join the channel. See you guys again. Yuri Zaritsky from Lucidity for All signing out. Ciao guys.